Hello and welcome to this episode of Ritter's Rant. Today we're going to be talking about fooling around and finding out. I don't know what was going through President Donald Trump's mind when he agreed to Benjamin Netanyahu's um, desire to launch a military attack against Iran. He had been briefed by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff that the United States lacked the military capacity to achieve the objectives that were being laid out, that a regime change was an impossibility, and that Iran wasn't going to fold like a house of cards, that Iran had resilience, and that Iran would lash out and hold to account those who attacked, that Iran would pound Israel mercilessly, Iran would devastate the American military installations in the region, and Iran would punish those Gulf Arab states who had aligned themselves with the U.S.-Israeli axis in the attack on Israel. He was told by the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, that by killing Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader, all you would do is make Iran stronger. You would just cause the people to rally even more closely around, the Islamic Republic, and that you weren't going to achieve the objectives. That the Strait of Hormuz could be closed, and that the United States lacked the capacity to open it. That this would strangle global energy markets, and moreover, that if a decision was made to strike Iranian energy infrastructure, that Iran would destroy the totality of the Middle East energy. Destroy, not disrupt, not halt, destroy. And this will collapse the global energy-based economy. The president was told this, and yet he went along with it anyways. Now, the president claims that he has told Israel not to strike Iranian energy infrastructure, but Israel has disregarded this. First, they struck oil terminals outside of Tehran, leading to horrific scenes where oil was burning freely in the sewage systems of Tehran, and where acid rain was falling down on the people. But today, Israel went a step too far. Today, Israel struck the South Pars gas field, one of the largest gas fields in the world, the largest producing gas field for Iran. South Pars provides gas. Gas is responsible for 90% of Iran's domestic energy requirements. Iran exports gas, and now Israel has struck this most important of Iran's critical energy infrastructure. Now, the Iranians have been threatening that you strike us, we strike you. Maybe Donald Trump thought they were bluffing. I don't know why he would think they were bluffing, because Iran has fulfilled every threat that it has made in response to the U.S.-Israeli aggression. Tel Aviv is being turned upside down. The American installations in the region have been basically neutered, and all of the Gulf Arab states now shiver in fear under Iranian missiles that cannot be intercepted by American interceptors. But now Iran has fulfilled its promise. It is striking the critical energy infrastructure of the Gulf Arab nations. Saudi Arabia's Aramco facility, critical oil production facilities, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar's gas production, all of these are now under attack, and these attacks won't stop until these facilities are eliminated in totality. The world has no idea what has happened now. This is literally Armageddon. This is the end of the world as we know it. I mean, some nations like the United States and Russia, of course, are energy self-sufficient, but most of the world is not. And there is no ready energy replacement for the energy that's about to be consumed in a ball of, apocalyptic fire. This war is going to haunt the world for decades to come. Energy security will never be the same. Mark this day on your calendars. Go out and take a look at gas prices. It's the last time they will be this low, and they're not that low right now. A week and a half ago, I was spending $3.11 for a gallon of 87% octane. Today, when I filled up my car, $3.79. It will never be this low, because all hell has broken loose. The nations that produce energy in the Middle East will no longer be producing energy in the Middle East. What this says about their future, I don't know, but I will say this. It is highly unlikely that the Gulf Arab monarchies will survive this catastrophe because these spoiled perfume princes who were installed by the British, a century or so ago, only survive because of the extreme wealth that they're able to accumulate because of the oil and gas under their soil. When they're not able to bring this wealth up and sell it, what are they? Just another group of corrupt individuals with no connectivity to the people they lead, and their days will be numbered. This is going to lead to regional, not just transformation, but chaos, anarchy. But it doesn't matter because once you eliminate the energy produced by these nations, they become irrelevant, absolutely irrelevant. But what's about China, who needs this energy? What about India, who needs this energy? What about Asia, that needs this energy? The disruption on global markets will be catastrophic. Europe, they have no clue what has just happened. This pretense that they will never buy Russian energy again. No, they're going to be begging Russia to sell them energy, but Russia may not want to sell them energy because Russia will be needing to provide energy to nations that didn't betray it, that didn't turn its back on them. Nations like Thailand, Indonesia, and other Asian nations that are now desperate for energy resources that they can no longer get from the Middle East. And the United States will ultimately pay one of the highest prices as our energy prices spike. This will lead to catastrophic supply chain issues as shipping adjusts to the fact that we may not have enough diesel, or whatever diesel we have is going to be priced out of the market. Meaning we're not going to have fresh vegetables and fruits and produce shipped around the country the way that we have had it. What can I say? President Trump fooled around, and the American people are about to find out. It wasn't enough for us to slaughter Iranian children in the initial attack. It wasn't enough for us to have our Secretary of War brag about hitting 1,000 targets a day. 1,000 targets a day we were hitting with American weapons inside Iran. That didn't wake the American people up. It doesn't matter that the United States has betrayed every ally in the world. None of this matters because nobody in America cares. Nobody in America gives a damn about what's going on in the world because we're ignorant about the world we live in. All we care about is our own creature comforts. Well, guess what? President Trump fooled around, and the American people are going to find out. Those creature comforts are going to start costing you an arm and a leg as energy prices spike. And this war hits you where it matters, not in the heart, because the American people simply don't have a heart anymore. We don't have a moral compass. What we have is greed and avarice, desire for comforts, creature comforts that only money can buy. And now we're about to find these creature comforts to be priced out of our range. And then and only then will we wake up. But it'll be too late. Fool around, find out. That's my rant. The next time a thought crosses my mind, I'll be sure to let you know.